Have you ever heard a story so lovely, so curious, that you simply had to see if it was true? That is how I first learned of Althea. It wasn't on any map I owned, nor was it in any glossy travel magazine. I heard its name whispered by a fellow traveler in a dusty cafe far away. He spoke of a small, sun-drenched town nestled in rolling hills, a place where time seemed to slow down. But it was not just the beauty of the town that caught my attention. He spoke of a unique tradition, a gentle way of life where the women of the town often found love and companionship with men many years their senior. The journey to find Althea was long, winding through forgotten country roads and past sleepy villages. With every mile, my excitement grew. The first glimpse of Althea was just as the traveler had described. It appeared like a dream, tucked into a valley painted with green and gold. I parked my little car and walked into the town square, my senses alive. I had found Althea, and now I was ready to listen to its story, to understand the heart of this extraordinary town. Life in Althea moves with the sun. The mornings begin with the soft clatter of wooden shutters opening to greet the day. The town square, the true heart of Althea, slowly comes alive. Shopkeepers sweep their doorsteps, greeting each passerby by name. The baker pulls fresh, crusty loaves from his ancient stone oven, the warm scent drifting through the narrow, winding streets. Here, community is not just a word. It is a living, breathing thing. On market days, the square buzzes with gentle energy. Farmers from the surrounding hills bring their fresh vegetables, jars of golden honey, and fragrant herbs. It is more than just a place to shop. It is a social gathering. In the afternoons, when the sun is at its highest, the town takes a quiet pause. As evening approaches, the town gathers again. It is a town built on connection, on taking the time to truly know one another, and on finding happiness not in grand gestures, but in the quiet, everyday acts of love and companionship. One of the first people I met was a bright young woman named Elara. She was in her late 20s, with sparkling eyes and a passion for painting. Her partner, Stefan, was a retired architect in his early 60s, a man with a gentle smile and a quiet, thoughtful nature. Elara told me their story with a happy, open heart. She said she had always been drawn to Stefan's kindness and the wealth of stories he held in his heart. Elara explained that their connection was not about age, but about a meeting of souls. Another story that touched my heart was that of Lena and Marco. Lena, a cheerful woman in her early 30s, worked as a guide, sharing the history of Althea with the few visitors who found their way there. Marco, a man nearly 40 years her senior, was a former fisherman with hands weathered by the sea and eyes that held the depth of the ocean. Their bond was built on a shared love for their town's history and a deep mutual respect. Their relationship was a testament to the idea that love can bridge any gap, whether it be age or experience, creating a connection that enriches both lives in countless, wonderful ways. As I spent more time in Althea, I began to ask the gentle question, why? Why was this preference for older partners so common here? One of the most common reasons I heard was the deep value placed on wisdom and emotional maturity. The young women of Althea spoke of a desire for a partner who was grounded, who had navigated life's challenges and emerged with a calm strength. Another significant factor is the sense of safety and security that these relationships provide. The women I spoke with felt that older men were more settled in who they are. In Althea, seeing a young woman with an older partner is completely normal. The community celebrates these unions, viewing them as a wise blending of youthful vitality and seasoned experience. The older men in Althea have often retired from demanding careers and are now focused on enjoying the simple pleasures. It is a shared desire for a life of substance over style, of depth over drama. Visiting Althea was a profound lesson in setting aside my own preconceived notions. Before I arrived, I admit I had questions and perhaps even a few judgments shaped by my own culture. But Althea gently asks you to put those boxes away. The most important thing I learned was that you cannot understand a culture from the outside looking in. I saw genuine affection, deep respect, and joyful companionship. The love in Althea looked just like love anywhere else in the world. It was in the small, everyday gestures, a shared cup of coffee, a knowing glance across a crowded room. This experience taught me the importance of empathy. The world is a vast and diverse place, and its beauty lies in its variety. By trying to understand why the people of Althea make the choices they do, I found my own perspective broadening. It is a powerful reminder that the most important things in life, love, respect, and happiness, cannot be measured by numbers or judged by outsiders. If you ever feel the pull to visit Althea, you must go with a gentle heart and a respectful spirit. This is not a tourist attraction with signposts and ticket booths. The best way to explore Althea is to become a temporary part of its quiet rhythm. Start by finding a seat at a small cafe in the square. Order a coffee, watch the world go by, and just listen. When you interact with the local people, do so with warmth and genuine curiosity. Buy a loaf of bread from the baker, admire the textiles at the market. By engaging with the community in a positive and respectful way, you will be welcomed not as a tourist, but as a guest. Take a walk on the same paths the locals do. By slowing down to match the town's pace, you will begin to feel its peaceful energy seep into your own soul. The greatest gift you can take from Althea is not a souvenir, but a feeling, a sense of peace, a new perspective, and a deeper understanding of the many different ways there are to live and love. My time in Althea came to an end, as all journeys must. As I drove away, watching the town's terracotta roofs disappear in my rearview mirror, my heart was full. I had arrived looking for a curious story, but I left with something far more precious, a renewed sense of wonder about the world and the people in it. Althea reminded me that the most beautiful stories are often found in the quietest places. This journey was a powerful reminder that there is so much more to the world than what we see on our screens or read in the news. The world is not meant to be a place where everyone thinks, acts, and loves in the same way. Its magic lies in its incredible diversity. So, I invite you to keep your heart open. Whether you travel to a distant land or simply explore a different neighborhood in your own city, do it with a desire to learn and to understand. You will find that we are all connected by the same fundamental desires for love, for connection, and for a place to call home. Because the greatest adventure of all is to look at the world in all its wonderful variety, and to see it, truly see it, with fresh and loving eyes.